Earlier that Hadoop is clearly the open source leader when it comes to big data. Our R&D teams have been focused on integrating our advanced analytics, data management, and decision support into Hadoop. Let me introduce Chris Dingle from Rogers Communication to share his experience about using SAS in their Hadoop environment. Let's give him a warm-up. Chris?
Thank you.
Sure, Chris. Hey, tell me, let's say Rogers, I guess the audience may not be familiar with Rogers, but unless you're from Canada, of course. Rogers is about a $12 billion a year communications company. They're into telecommunications, telephones, wireless, cable. You've got TV stations.
Yeah. So we have all of those that you mentioned, in addition to the cable business. But one of the neat things that Rogers has is a media business as well, with 12 different magazines, including Chatelaine, Sportsnet, Maclean's, amongst a whole group. So it's a great combination of services for the customers.
And you're in charge of keeping track of all the customers and what kind of offers and
yes.
what kind of promotions to use in your marketing activities, right?
Yeah, so we've taken a view of trying to get a 360-degree view on our customers. And as many of the people in the audience knows, that's actually quite a big challenge given the data sets that we have today online, with whether it's through Google or through Adobe or through all the different tools that one has. So that's been quite an activity for us.
You have what, about 10 or 12 million customers?
We have about 12 million customers that are interacting with the sites that are online in our systems.
So how does that become big data? I mean, 12 million is not that many.
Yeah, 12 million doesn't sound like a big number, but when you start to look at the number of records that you have on a basis, we're getting about 120 million records every day that we're updating, and we're looking at about file sizes of 40 million or so records on a monthly basis with 600 plus traits. So it becomes, your team seems to think that our data set is actually a pretty good size.
I would say that's pretty good size.
Yeah.
So, you're getting update feeds on all the ads that people looked at online?
Yeah, we've taken an approach where we're looking at the enterprise warehouse system that holds our customer data sets, and we wanted to find out if we wanted to create a really awesome experience for our customers, where are the other pieces of data that we can use? And so that's really come from our partners, whether that's with Adobe or whether that's with Google and some of the others, social data, and we're bringing those log files into our systems and using SAS to really allow us to understand our customers in a much more concrete way than we were able to previously.
And you're storing this in Hadoop?
We are. So we started the journey and the adventure last year, and when we started looking at the problem, we thought, well, we could use an enterprise data warehouse system, but we'd probably be spending a lot of money doing that because of the sheer volume and the sizes of the data. And at the time, the whole Hadoop movement was coming into a nice, really solid pattern. And we had the good fortune of meeting a few folks at Hortonworks, and from the first meeting that we had, like the first meeting, to going up with our first system to use with our developers was 5 business days. Right, so the technology has gotten to a point where you don't need a lot of engineers like we had to in past years to make these big data systems work. So that was, for us, completely awesome.
You know, we've got a product called data dictionary, I think. I don't know. They'll change the name before it comes out.
Yeah, they probably will.
But that's what marketing does. They change names about every 3 months.
It's all right.
But it's data director, right?
Data director, yes.
And data director is really great for loading all sort of data into Hadoop. So you're going to find that loading data into Hadoop is going to get much easier in July. So.
Well, we'll look forward to taking that into consideration and having a chance to use that when you send that up. That'll be awesome.
Great. And SAS standing up okay, analyzing all that data for you?
Yeah, so we had, as part of our journey after being completely impressed with being able to get these data sets into our Hadoop cluster. We were looking around and trying to figure out, okay, so from an analytical perspective, what is one going to do? And it was kind of the big chase. And we were at different conferences, and we were sort of whispering in the back end, so how do you analyze all of this? And we had the good fortune of meeting Paul Kent. And he talked to us, and he started talking about this product, high performance analytics. This is before it was announced. And the several of us from Rogers that were in the room, Victor and I looked at that and thought, that is really wicked. That's cool. So we were able to start early on working with SAS and the high performance analytics tools that you have created in the team. And the whole prospect of being able to bring your algorithms to the data sets in Hadoop is just a fantastic capability.
Well, Hadoop, in your case, will be laying out hundreds of different files, so the data is broken up into many different files. Well, when our advanced analytics or laser come along, we actually read all of those files in parallel.
Yes.
So we're not going through a single node to read them. They all are being lifted straight up into memory in parallel, and that's what makes it so incredibly fast.
Yeah, no, the whole idea of being able to run 8 or 16 or as many as you want concurrent jobs to bring the data sets into the laser system for the demo that we did before with visual analytics is really just a wonderful capability. The time for our staff now has dropped significantly in their being able to do analysis on the data sets.
Great. Well, thank you, Chris, for sharing your knowledge and experience with us. Now let's watch a video that will help you get a better understanding of how SAS and Hadoop are a great match when it comes to managing big data and harnessing the power of analytics.
Thank you, Jim.
Big data isn't new.